When was the last time Nintendo released something truly brave, new and creative? Labo? Nice idea. Princess Peach Showtime? Possibly. ARMS was pretty unique, but that was over 7 years ago. The 99 series of games are pretty cool, but Battle Royale injected into retro games isn't exactly what I call brave or creative. The indie game scene is where it's at, but even then, for the most part, watching indie game showcases from Nintendo, Xbox and PlayStation, more often than not, I feel my eyes glazing over. Is it just me, or does everything look the same? Even when games make a real effort to stand out, somehow they don't. Fittingly, or perhaps ironically, we've seen a slew of remakes for Nintendo Switch brought forward from an era where things felt different. Super Mario RPG, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, Pikmin 1 and 2, and of course, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door all remind me that when these franchises began, they were big risks taken by talented people given a fair crack of the whip.
A fair crack of the whip? This goes both ways, you know. Did anyone play Hi-Fi Rush? Anyone play Ghostwire Tokyo? No? Well, now Tango Gameworks is gone. Gonna buy Pokemon again this year? Yep, thought so. Plenty of milk left in that teat. We played Hi-Fi Rush and Ghostwire Tokyo. Only because it was on Xbox Game Pass.
Up until the release of the first Paper Mario game for the N64, Mario games had been relatively shallow affairs. Super Mario RPG was never released in the UK, so for me, Paper Mario felt like the first time he really let his hair down. It's also the perfect example of what gaming needs right now. Brave, charming, well-executed ideas, injected with relatable human touches, fresh art styles, great stories, and memorable characters, all wrapped in a package that creates a real buzz in the community.
This is why Mario is such a great commodity for Nintendo. If he's involved, we're more likely to give new ideas a chance. In many ways, he's a telling stamp of approval. You know whenever you see his face, the product is going to be quality.
Well, let's not get carried away.
How many people would have bought Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle if it was just the Rabbids and no Mario?
It would never have been made.
Exactly.
Not every game studio has a Mario though, do they? Even Sonic struggles.
I get it. Another new IP with a 7 or 8 out of 10 on IGN, and why should we bother? Better the devil you know after all. Why not just plump for whatever HD remake is being churned out? At least we know what we're getting.
Yeah, on my nerves.
Not purchasing Super Mario Wonder never crossed my mind. It was a done deal from the announcement trailer, and yet, for a game whose main gimmick was creativity, so much of it just wasn't. It played safe, but I'll do it again when the next 2D Mario game is released. The only time I splash out on new IP is when it's particularly eye-catching, reviews exceptionally high, or it's sold at a lower price point. Games like Balatro, Blasphemous, and Downwell spring to mind.
See? Developers follow the money. The money knows. The money understands. Safe, predictable, accessible, and repeatable. Just like a can of Coke, just like a Big Mac, just like an iPhone.
But it's simply non-negotiable. New ideas must happen or things will continue to stagnate, especially the larger developers. Even the safe ideas don't seem so safe anymore.
We've seen it in Hollywood. We've seen it with the music industry. Now we're seeing it with video games. As far as big studios are concerned, the creative noose is tightening. We're holding on to the past now more than ever. Without the carrot on a stick that is Mario, it's so hard for games to break through. Replaying Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door reminds me that we need big studios to take the risks, to stretch the canvas of what gamers are prepared to take a chance on. But the irony and hypocrisy of me purchasing yet another HD remake to be reminded of this is not lost on me. We need more games like Paper Mario, but for now, playing Thousand Year Door yet again will have to do.
Those milking teats aren't gonna suck themselves.